Welcome, Big Purple Nation, to almost the end of Spring Break 2020. Undoubtedly, the most memorable spring break that you will have experienced. As you know, currently the state of Indiana is under a shelter in place order through April the 7th, in which only essential personnel are supposed to go to work. Schools, surprisingly, are exempt in many ways from the shelter in place. And many of our teachers have been to school this week and last week in order to prepare what we feel is essential for you starting next Tuesday, March 31st, which is our e-learning plan. You should have received an email through Harmony from me that summarizes our e-learning plan. I hope to give you some information about this today. Our e-learning plan will consist of school Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday and Wednesday will be a block schedule format in which you are expected to get up and get online by 8 o'clock in the morning for block 1 and have school. Our goal is to provide a sense of normalcy, a sense of routine, and a sense of control over what this has proven to be many ways an uncontrollable situation. Tuesday will be blocks period 1, 3, 5, and 7, and Wednesday will be blocks 2, 4, 6, 8. It'll be a nice break in the middle. You can eat some lunch, you can go out for a walk, hopefully it'll be nice weather, get out of the house, practice good social distancing, of course. And then Thursday will be, I guess, more of a typical what you've experienced in the past e-learning day in which all classes will be meeting and there'll be work expected to do in all 8 periods, but that will be more of a review, a catch up in order to look at new lessons, maybe have a live session, depending on what the teacher has planned for that particular day. There'll be several different applications that we're going to be using. We're going to be using one called Zoom, which is a live interactive application in which class can work together. And the last week and a half, I've done several Zoom sessions myself. And even my grandson Cameron has enjoyed sticking his face in the screen from time to time, which is quite appropriate. So you'll learn about Zoom. It will be interesting, but have fun with it. And hopefully we can maintain the personal touch and have school. There also will be using Screencastify to make videos for you to watch in order to go into a lesson or after a lesson is delivered. And then Google Hangouts and email will be used for chatting and communication. Communication is vitally important during this period of time, that we stay on top of that and email teachers, email me if there are issues that come up from a technology standpoint, with access to work standpoint, so we can get through this to the best extent possible in terms of the continuation of learning. For those students that don't have internet access, I understand this is going to be difficult for you. Our school parking lot will be available to drive over here and hop on our Wi-Fi. If that's not feasible, I've asked teachers and you to communicate as far as the best way to get the lesson and get the work returned to the teacher. If hard copy packets need to be created, you need to let us know that, and we can make arrangements where those can be picked up here at school on Monday. For grades will be maintained, and we're asking teachers to be lenient with the grades, but grades will be collected, and generally things will be due at the end of the week. And it's something that is certainly not an option, is to not do anything during this period of time, because not doing anything at all will affect your grade and a grade that you potentially would receive. For those of us that are looking for graduation and maintaining progression through the school, the Department of Education is going to come out with some guidance and guidelines on maintaining graduation, diplomas, diploma tracks, and credits. And once we get that information, we will certainly turn that around and get that to you. Our cafeteria, started on Monday, March 30th, will be distributing meals to all students 18 and under. That will be twice a week, Monday, Thursday, between 10 and 1 p.m. Simply drive into the school parking lot, right along the curb, right there. And then the car rider line right at the end by the ramp. It will be a grab and go situation in which the meal will be brought to you. As we deal with this situation, I hope that we can come back to school physically after May the 1st. Obviously, this version of March Madness, as we know it, is completely new. And there are many unanswered questions that we all have and will continue to have as we deal with this situation. I found it interesting and quite fittingly that even though the NCAA canceled what we all know as the typical March Madness, this new March Madness, the coronavirus March Madness, the person that is giving us the most information about that each and every day is Dr. Anthony Fauci. And for all of us who are Hoosiers and basketball fans, we can appreciate the fact that Dr. Fauci was the captain of his high school basketball team in New York City in 1958. And as Dr. Fauci himself said yesterday, this virus has its own timeline. So until we can physically return to school again, stay safe, practice good social distancing, hop online Tuesday, Wednesday in order to do your lessons, and please let us know if we can do anything to make the experience as convenient and seamless for you during this prolonged extended shutdown, now known as the coronavirus March Madness of 2020.